They came near the town of Emmaus, and Jesus acted as if he were going farther. But they begged him, "Stay with us, because it is late. It is almost night." So he went in to stay with them. When Jesus was at the table with them, he gave them some bread, gave thanks, divided it, and gave it to them. And then they were allowed to recognize Jesus. But when they saw who he was, he disappeared. They said to each other, "It felt like a fire burning in us when he talked to us on the road and explained the scriptures to us." So the 2 followers got up at once and went back to Jerusalem. There they found the 11 apostles and others gathered. They were saying, "The Lord really has risen from the dead. He showed himself to Simon." Then the 2 followers told what had happened on the road and how they recognized Jesus when he divided the bread. While the 2 followers were telling this, Jesus himself stood right in the middle of them and said, "Peace be with you." They were fearful and terrified and thought they were seeing a ghost. But Jesus says, "Why are you troubled? Why do you doubt what you see? Look at my hands and feet. It is I, myself. Touch me and see." Because a ghost does not have a living body as you see I have. After Jesus said this, he showed them his hands and feet. While they still could not believe it because they were amazed and happy, Jesus said to them, "You have any food here?" They gave him a piece of broiled fish. While the followers watched, Jesus took the fish and ate it. He said to them, "Remember when I was with you before? I said that everything written about me must happen. Everything in the law of Moses, the books of the prophets, and the Psalms." Then Jesus opened their minds so they could understand the scriptures. He said to them, "It is written that the Christ would suffer and rise from the dead on the 3rd day, and that a change of hearts and lives and forgiveness of sins would be preached in his name to all nations, starting at Jerusalem. You are witnesses of these things. I will send you what my Father has promised, but you must stay in Jerusalem until you receive that power from heaven." Jesus led his followers as far as Bethany, and he raised his hands and blessed them. While he was blessing them, he was separated from them and carried into heaven. They worshipped him and returned to Jerusalem very happy. They stayed in the temple all the time, praising God.